The 2022-2023 Kia All-Rookie list has been released. It's always a lot of fun to see if they've gotten it right. And lordy, they finally got the first team All-Rookie team down, like dead on. First team, here it is. Paolo Banchero, as they would say. Orlando Magic. Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz. Benedict Mathurin from the Pacers. Keegan Murray from the Kings. And Jalen Williams with an E from the Thunder. Perfect list, no changes. Absolutely the 5 best rookies this year. Paolo, of course, Rookie of the Year. He was always going to get it. We've talked about him a lot on the pod. He exceeded the hype. He's going to continue to exceed the hype. I think he's an MVP at some point. I think he's a champion at some point. He was the best rookie from day one all the way through the end of the season. Even if he did have like 15 games where he just couldn't make a three. You just couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Ben Mathurin was a guy that I've always loved. I saw him at Arizona. I wanted Portland to draft him. He's been electric. The only thing that really kept him back was the fact that Rick Adelman was hiding him on the bench for pretty much most of the season until Tyrese Halliburton got injured because he had to earn his starting spot. Absolutely fucking stupid thing to do. Don't know, especially on a team that had many injuries and particularly wasn't going to win many games. I love Ben Mathurin. He definitely earned that spot. Keegan Murray was a lock. He hit the most threes of any rookie, broke a record for a guy kind of with like an interesting shot. He is a bucket. I think he has one of the best catch and shoot percentages in the NBA. Came alive in the playoffs, huge performances, announced himself to the wide world now that Sacramento got on national TV for the first time all year, and he showed that the moment wasn't too big. Jalen Williams, Jalen with an E, kind of a surprise to me. Definitely thought he had huge upside when the Oklahoma City Thunder drafted him. Knew that he would contribute, but oh my God, like he was probably the most consistent rookie next to Paolo all year. Showed up, game in, game out. Part of a very super exciting team in OKC. He can do a little bit of everything. He can score. He can defend. He can rebound. He can pass. He's just one of those glue guys who can give you whatever you need as a team. As an aside, I think the funny thing about the Jalen Williams thing is that Jalen Williams with a Y and an I, Jalen, the bigger one, he got 1 vote for the first team All-Rookie team, which means obviously someone misspelled it. They just got the wrong Jalen. They meant Jalen with an E, and they fucked it up and did it. Very honest mistake. Anyone bet it was a voter who just mistook him? That was me. I think that happened. The biggest surprise, though, I think, is Walker Kessler. I tweeted out something earlier that maybe people forgot, but he was the number 22 pick in the draft, and that number 22 pick actually belonged to the Memphis Grizzlies. That was the Memphis Grizzlies pick, which I am sure they would have loved to have, that they turned into Jake LaRavia and a future second-round pick. The question is, could you imagine Walker Kessler on that team when Steven Adams went down, when Brandon Clark went down? Can you imagine a scenario where Walker Kessler, who can shoot threes, was on the court with Jaren Jackson Jr. at the same exact time? Would that have made a difference in the Lakers-Grizzlies series? I fucking think so, yes. Memphis made a big mistake. So did Minnesota when they let him go. Honestly, Utah should have paid them draft picks in order to get Walker Kessler because he's cheaper, he's going to be better, and he's a lot less drama. And now he's going to be a key piece to the Utah Jazz build around for years. The 2022-2023 All-Rookie second list, a little suspect. We got 4 guys on 2 teams on this list. We got 2 Detroit Pistons on this list, and we got 2 Houston Rockets on this list. That is troubling. Those 2 teams, not complete. They have a bunch of just chuckers. They were not good. No bright spots on those teams. I take a lot of exception to the fact that Shaedon Sharpe was not on this list. Shaedon Sharpe is better than, I would say, all 5 of these players. Andrew Nembhard probably deserves. He is. He just is. Like, he is. Andrew Nembhard deserved also to be on this list, I think, above Jabari Smith and Tari Eason. The list is as follows. Jalen Duren, Tari Eason, Jaden Ivey, Jabari Smith, Jeremy Sohan. Detroit, Houston, San Antonio Spurs. Just 3 of the worst teams in the league. That's all. No problem. Shaedon got better as the season got along. He had many games where he was putting up over 30, doing everything, rebounding, assisting, hitting multiple threes, dunking on your eyeball. He deserved to be the second team. Nembhard could be a real sleeper moving forward as well. Some players who got votes who I think will impact winning in the near future. I think Christian Brown is deserved. Denver's playing really well, and he's playing important minutes in important games for them. Jaden Hardy in Dallas could easily find himself to be a starter next year. Dyson Daniels didn't have much time to prove himself in the lineup, but I think he's going to be really good moving forward in New Orleans. He will definitely contribute moving forward. Who else got some? AJ Griffin in Atlanta. I think he's going to be really impactful moving forward. And that's pretty much it. Mark Williams, trash. He was not good. The only time he got better was after they made some trades. He's got some real defensive deficiencies. But a lot of fun players on this list. Like I said, AJ Griffin, Marshawn Beauchamp, we'll have to see whether Chris Middleton goes and whether he can get some points. But pretty much that's the list. Makes sense to me.